Avoidant attachment often gets misunderstood as simple emotional unavailability or a preference for independence. But what if I told you that avoidant attachment hides something much darker? Beneath the calm, distant surface lies a complex emotional struggle that not only affects them, but can deeply impact you as their partner. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden truth behind avoidant attachment, why it's so much more complicated than you think, and how understanding this truth can change the way you approach your relationships. Avoidants often appear strong, independent, and emotionally self-sufficient. But this facade hides a profound internal struggle. Many avoidants have learned to suppress their emotions as a survival mechanism, often rooted in childhood experiences where expressing feelings led to rejection, neglect, or even punishment. To protect themselves, they built walls so high and sturdy that they began to believe they didn't need anyone else. But here's the dark truth. These walls don't eliminate their emotional needs. Deep down, avoidants still crave connection and love, just like anyone else. The difference is, they've taught themselves to fear it. This internal conflict, wanting intimacy but fearing vulnerability, creates a painful tension that manifests as withdrawal, coldness, or even sabotage in relationships. While it may look like they're indifferent, they're often grappling with emotions they don't know how to process. If you're in a relationship with an avoidant, you've likely felt the ripple effects of this inner turmoil. Their push-pull behavior, seeking closeness one moment and pulling away the next, can leave you feeling confused, rejected, or emotionally drained. The dark truth is, this dynamic isn't just frustrating, it can have long-term consequences for your mental and emotional health. Over time, the unpredictability of their behavior can erode your self-esteem, making you question your worth or feel like you're too much for wanting connection. This cycle can also create a sense of dependency, where you find yourself chasing their affection, hoping for moments of warmth that feel increasingly rare. Another hidden truth is that avoidants often don't even realize the full extent of their behavior. Their detachment and withdrawal are so ingrained that it feels like second nature. In many cases, they've convinced themselves that their independence is a strength, while burying the emotional pain that drives it. Change for avoidance requires confronting deep-seated fears and learning to trust that vulnerability doesn't equal danger. This is a monumental challenge for someone who's spent a lifetime avoiding emotional risk. And while growth is possible, it requires effort, self-awareness, and often professional support. Understanding the deeper layers of avoidant attachment can help you approach your relationship with more clarity and compassion, but it's also important to protect your own emotional well-being. Here's how. First, recognize that you can't fix them. Their journey toward change is theirs alone, and no amount of love or effort on your part can replace their own work. What you can do is foster an environment of safety and understanding, where vulnerability feels less threatening. This means approaching conversations with empathy, rather than blame or frustration. At the same time, it's crucial to set healthy boundaries. Avoidant behavior can take a toll on your emotional health, so it's important to be clear about what you need to feel valued and supported in the relationship. For example, you might say, "I understand that closeness feels difficult for you, but I need consistent communication to feel connected." Finally, focus on your own growth. Whether your partner is willing to engage or not, you deserve a relationship that feels balanced and fulfilling. Investing in your own emotional well-being through self-care, supportive relationships, or therapy ensures that you're not sacrificing yourself in the process of loving someone else. Sometimes, the hardest truth to accept is that love isn't always enough to sustain a relationship. If their avoidant behavior consistently leaves you feeling neglected or unfulfilled, it may be time to step back and reassess. Walking away doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're choosing to prioritize your emotional health and create space for a connection that feels mutual and supportive. The dark truth behind avoidant attachment is that it's rooted in pain, fear, and unmet needs. While understanding this can help you navigate your relationship with more empathy, It's also a reminder to prioritize your own well-being. Love should never come at the expense of your emotional health. By setting boundaries, focusing on your growth, and knowing when to step back, you can create space for relationships that feel balanced, fulfilling, and truly connected. If you'd like to learn more about attachment styles and how they impact relationships, I've written several books that explore these dynamics in depth and offer practical tools for creating healthier connections. You'll find the links to those in the description below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your experiences or questions in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts.